What is up, everybody? This is Matt with the Hardcover Comic, and today I am bringing you guys something that I am beyond stoked about. This is truly a dream bind for me, okay? This is none other than oversized Moon Knight custom omnibuses that collect the entirety of the original 3 Epic collections. So it has the whole first run, including his first appearance in Werewolf by Night number 32. Super excited to show you guys these, but before we dig in, got to do some housekeeping. So first up, please be sure that you check out Dr. Squatch. They are one of our sponsors. Well, they're our only sponsor, but that's beside the point. They're actually doing something really great right now where if you do use our link below, you will get free shipping for the life of your subscription. But not only that, they're also offering hand sanitizer right now. And the kicker to this is you can only buy them in packs of 4. It's like $20 for 4 of them. But for every bundle of hand sanitizer that you buy, they are going to donate hand sanitizer to a hospital in need. So that is another cool thing that they are doing to help give back to the community. So for everything you buy, they are giving back to a hospital in need. So I thought that was pretty cool. I did purchase them because I want to help out. It's the least I could do. Last also but not least, please be sure that you check out our Patreon, okay? We are doing monthly giveaways for hardcovers. Last month we did Harleen. This month it's going to be something image related, image hardcovers. I think what right now we have our patrons voting on, it was Low, Descender, Black Science, maybe. I can't remember what all they were, but we have a list of like 5 books that we're letting everybody vote on. And then they're going to vote on those books. Once they vote on them, they're going to, whichever one gets the most votes, that's the one we're going to do the giveaway for the month. As long as you donate a minimum of $1, you are going to get a chance to win one of those books. So please check us out on patreon.com/the hardcover comic for your chance to be able to win. And the more people that we have donating, the bigger the books, the more the omnis, etc., things that we can do to give back for our giveaways, which is going to be pretty cool. But all that being said, let's dive right into Moon Knight. All right, so first up on the list, we have Moon Knight Volume 1. So as you can see, it did come with a beautiful dust jacket design. Real quality dust jackets, like the same kind that I get printed from Haushin, etc. So they are like legit quality binds, not like the kind of cheaper paper qualities that you might get printed elsewhere. This one is Volume 1. Here is the spine. They do use the exact same logo and everything. It looks just like the same fonts, everything. It looks identical to any Marvel omnibus, like the ASM omnis, for instance, that you would see. They look, absolutely identical to those. There is the back. And then this one is going to collect Moon Knight 1 through 15, Werewolf by Night 32 and 33, Marvel Preview number 21, Marvel Spotlight 28-29. So all of his basically his first appearances. Defenders 47 through 50, Marvel 2 and 152, Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man 22-23, and material from Hulk Magazine 11 through 15, 17 through 18, and 20. So this basically collects all of Epic Volume 1 and like half of Epic Volume 2. Is really what this one's going to collect. And then the second volume is going to collect like the second half of Epic Volume 2 and all of Epic Volume 3. So it's a really, really well done, mapped out version. So whoever originally designed these, whoever put in the painstaking effort to make sure that it was mapped out correctly, did an amazing job on this. So let's go ahead and we'll take the dust jacket off here. All right. So there is Moon Knight right there in all of its glory with the dust jacket off. It is a flat spine. The way that they bound it, they did do flat spines, which surprisingly enough, that's something that Marvel's currently doing, like they just did with the Wolverine reprint. On the back, nothing special. But I do love that logo there, that Moon Knight on the front. Open it up, you have your title page. They did do a table of contents, which is really awesome. I'll let you guys kind of look at that here while I talk about this. So the thing about these books is, for everybody that knows, there's stuff that has been being printed in oversized omnibus formats in the UK, but nobody really ever knew the origin of these books. It was just sort of something that people stumbled across either in Facebook groups or that they would stumble across on eBay or what have you, every now and again. So when I had posted that I had bought these from a seller in the UK, I asked if he was actually the original person that bound these, and he is not. He was actually just a collector that bought them from somebody in Germany. I asked him, well, what can you tell me about these? And he really didn't know a lot either. He had a lot of them that he bought from a same seller in Germany, but that was really about the extent of it. But when I had posted these to Instagram, someone had mentioned that, they had recognized the designs, and so I reached out and asked them if I could pick their brain a little bit. And I love these page dividers here. So obviously you have a brand new issue right here. And then instead of just jumping in, you have like this little page divider. So then it doesn't start until right here. So I really love the way that they designed that as well. And so when I was picking his brain about it, I didn't get obviously any names or like details or anything like that. But what he did tell me is that yes, there used to be, they're no longer around, but there used to be a secret group, I guess you could say, of people in the UK that would work together as a team. So it wasn't even actually one person doing this. It was actually like a team of people that would do this. They would help map, design, print, bind, sort of all this. And it was just like a group of people that, wanted to collect these in oversized omnibus formats, and Marvel wasn't doing it, so they took it upon themselves. I know from our interview that we did with Thomas Judge, the painstaking process to scan every single page and things like that. And the thing that you guys will notice is the coloring and whatnot looks just absolutely fantastic. So I'm not sure where they got the original scans from, because I mean, obviously it couldn't have been the books from the 80s. I wouldn't think, because the colors and the face, like if you were to scan that, I don't foresee it coming in such high resolution. Maybe I'm wrong, but I can't foresee that. So I'm not real sure where they got the images or how they got them scanned in. But as you guys can see, these are like just absolutely gorgeous. The colors are amazing. The crispness of the art, it doesn't look faded or anything like that. It just looks absolutely amazing. It looks honestly like as if Marvel would have produced this themselves. The pages on this too are super thick pages. Think like the original Marvel Omnis from like the mid 2000s, those big thick pages. That's what these are. These are those big, super thick quality pages that, everybody really loves. But at the same time also makes these books very heavy. Most of the time custom binds are really light. They're actually not very heavy at all. But not these. These ones are actually very, very heavy books. I could probably compare them to, let's say, like, I don't know, the Infinite Crisis Omni or the Blackest Night Omni, something like that. Like they're pretty hefty. They don't have nearly as many pages, but the weight of them, because of the thickness of the pages, it's right there. So yeah, so that's kind of a little bit of a backstory that I learned about these books. Apparently, that group is no longer doing this. So anything that you guys do find, and I've seen a lot of these actually coming up lately. Some from the seller I got mine from, some from other people, but I have actually seen a lot of these books popping up lately. Not sure why, and not necessarily Moon Knight, but these oversized custom omnis that were big in the UK. So yeah, anyways, so this is volume 1. It's a series that I absolutely love. I love Moon Knight. I grew up reading these series as a kid. Unfortunately, I was never in a position where I could collect all the comics or anything like that. So I might read an issue and then pick up another issue, and it might be, 14 issues later. But when you're a kid, you don't care. It's Moon Knight or you're Batman or Daredevil or whatever it is, and you're just excited to read it. So I'm really excited to go back and revisit all of this, especially in this oversized format. And I'm really excited to go back and revisit this, in its entirety. So that's something I'm really excited about doing. Let me dive into volume 2 here. One moment. Sorry about the table shaking there. All right. So here we have volume 2. So here's the dust jacket. Once again, amazing design. I love it. The spine looks Marvel official. All right, and then Volume 2 is going to collect issues 16 through 38, which finishes off the Moon Knight run before it comes back a little bit later as Mark Spector Moon Knight, which I have all the singles of those, well, minus like the last 5 or so. But I am in the process of getting all of those bound and taken care of, so I'm super excited to get those in right now. It also is going to collect Marvel Fanfare 30 and 3839. So, the end of an era for Moon Knight. And it truly was the end of an era because Moon Knight went away for a little while. Like I said, until he came back in the early-ish mid-'80s with Mark Spector Moon Knight, which is another series unto its own. But this was the original, man. This was the Doug Munch, Bill Sienkiewicz, stuff. This was the original run of Moon Knight. Same design and things on the front. They did a little bit different design on the front of this. So as you can see, this one is like the black paper that's kind of marbled, whereas the Volume 1 sort of looked more grayish, I guess you could say. But same design there, which I really love. Once again, table of contents. This one's a little bit more straightforward compared to the other one, where the other one had a lot of his first appearances and things like that. But yeah, so jumping in here. So, like I said, this is a series, and I believe these are glued bindings. I haven't really gotten a chance to dive into them yet and take a look, which is kind of, maybe I should do that real quick. But I am super excited, like I said, to revisit this in its entirety. I've read all of the more modern Moon Knight's stuff over the last few years. Absolutely love it. Moon Knight's one of my favorite characters. He was a big favorite of mine as a kid, too. Partly because, maybe this is somewhat embarrassing to say this, but maybe somebody else can relate to it, maybe something similar, but I really fell in love with the movie Sidekicks with Jonathan Brandis and Chuck Norris when I was a kid, right? Like, it was an awesome movie. And they had, towards the end of the movie, those all-white ninja suits, and I thought it just looked so badass with these all-white suits. And shortly after seeing the movie is when I was first introduced to Moon Knight, and I just thought initially his look is what initially made me fall in love with the character as a small kid, was just the look of Moon Knight, and I went, that is epic. It reminds me of, Chuck Norris and Sidekicks. This is incredible. And then reading it and really diving into it, and I mean, as a kid, probably honestly, a lot of that stuff probably flew over my head in regards to like the personality disorders and, all that, the moon god Khonshu and, all that kind of stuff probably went over my head as a kid. But it was just awesome to me, seeing this guy in all white, just being a superhero and taking people out. I just thought it was so cool. So, but like I said, I have read all the modern stuff. I am going to get the modern stuff bound as well. So I can have the whole Moon Knight, basically get everything bound is my goal. But these were dream binds of mine. Originally, I was going to bind the 3 epics. Then these came up for, a decent amount of money. And, I jumped on it. I just had to. This is a dream bind. This is a once in a lifetime buy. This is something that will forever be in my collection, and it's something that you're not gonna find really anywhere else. I know that the official is dropping, at least Volume 1. The official is dropping later this year, so I'm excited for others to be able to get it in an oversized format too. But I couldn't wait. This was too good of a deal. So. But as you guys can see, the art and stuff throughout these were just so good. I really love the way that they designed these books. And I know some people are going to say, oh, they stole and they did this and they did that. And to be honest, I don't know what they did. I have absolutely no idea. Nobody knows what it is that they actually did to make these. So I'm not one to speculate. All I know is I saw an amazing thing that was done by fans for fans, and I jumped on it. I definitely took advantage of that opportunity for myself, and I'm more than happy to have these in my collection and to show them to you guys, and hopefully you guys can appreciate these for what they are as well. And if you guys have any other questions or comments or anything on them, by all means, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll have some more videos coming up this week now that I finally have an overhead camera. If you guys can't tell, I can actually use both hands now. So, yeah, until next time, you guys, the power is yours.